Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Amra and this is Amra's Beauty Blog. I'm a freelance makeup artist with a passion for all things beauty. If you're a subscriber, then a welcome return. If you like this video, then please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for weekly uploads. So today I'm going to be talking about the rest of the Suqqu Holiday 2022 collection. So I have picked up some of the remaining pieces that I haven't been able to show you. It's the Global Holiday Collection 2022 Winter Roses. Bring a beautiful warmth to the cold winter with Suqqu's limited edition 2022 Holiday Collection. Inspired by rare winter roses, the seductive yet graceful collection is centered around gentle shades of petals and leaves, as well as the sparkling colours that are left behind by the cold morning frost. Global Holiday Collection is available from the 4th of November 2022. If you watched my previous Suqqu video, you would have seen that I talked about one of their new colours which I was kindly gifted in PR. That was part of their Suqqu Signature Colour Eyes. 2 limited edition colour combinations join the Signature Colour Eyes range this season with earthy tones that embody a theme of loneliness and devastation as the cold draws in. Each palette contains a touch of frost with a shade blended with pearls of the opposite colour for seductive looks with both warmth and coldness. The one that I showed you in the previous video was called 121 Kanka, which was a brown and dull orange. I'll leave you the link above here so you can have a look at the video. This sophisticated quad features a blend of pearly browns and dull oranges with a soft glittery green inspired by the thorns of a rose. Then the one I'm going to show you today is 120, which is FUYUSOUBI, which is gentle rose and soft brown, a combination of classic rosy pinks, warm earthy tones and a touch of sparkle from a frosted pink that is blended with blue pearls. I also picked up the Suqqu Tone Touch Eyes, inspired by the image of snow falling on soft petals. 2 new limited edition individual shadows join the Tone Touch Eyes range. With a captivating stellar finish, this high intensity sparkling shades can be layered on top of signature colour eyes or used on its own for a sparkling sheen. So I picked up 110, which is FUYURANMAN, which is a frozen rose, an antique pink with warm pearls that blends with the skin while adding depth. 111, HYOUTENKA, which is green crystal, a crystal silver with multicoloured pearls and touch of green, symbolic of snowflakes falling on withering winter roses. I also picked up one of their Suqqu Pure Colour Blushes, and again I will link above to the other one that I reviewed from this range. So 2 new limited edition shades join the iconic Pure Colour blush range, all of which feature a soft gradient of colour to build dimension and add warmth to the complexion. The new shades bring a brilliant bloom of warmth and vitality to the skin and are formulated with more glittering pearls than ever before for a lit from within glow this holiday season. So the colour that I spoke about was 137, which is SWATCHES, a chic reddish brown combined with natural beige tones to add warmth in the colder months. And the one that I'm going to talk to you about today is 136, which is YUKIGOMORI, a rosy pink that accentuates your complexion with white gold glittering pearls for an elegant complexion. Then we move on to the lipsticks. I picked up all of the lip shades, including the new formula lip balm. I picked up the Suqqu Moisture Rich Lipstick in 2 new shades. So 2 new limited edition shades join the intensely hydrating lipstick collection. The rich balmy texture gives a rosy sheen to soft lips. So I picked up 124 HANABIE, a natural pink beige tone that blooms like winter roses to complement the skin. I also picked up 125, which was SEKIRYOU, a rosy brown with hints of darker red inspired by the nature of winter roses. And then I picked up the Suqqu Matte Colour Lip Balm, a new lip balm with a matte finish that brings out the natural colour of your lips for a quick and easy touch of rose. Suitable as a nourishing base or a standalone lip tint, this balm contains hyaluronic acid, squalane and jojoba oil to protect lips from the cold winter air and leave them with a beautiful finish. And this one comes in 101 KASUMIBARA, a soft, natural-looking rose tone that adds an understated beauty to the lips, like the pearls of a winter rose. So there was also one more thing, which was the Suqqu Oil Rich Glow Loose Powder. This was introducing a limited edition powder inspired by the roses that bloom in the cold. This loose powder adds glow and brings out the brightness and clarity in your complexion with a single application. In 101 Ice Purple, containing red, green and blue pearls in a light purple base, this glow-inducing powder diffuses the light for a beautifully soft complexion. Let's go through them now. now. Let's do a couple of looks together. I have the Suqqu cream foundation on at the moment. It's giving me a gorgeous, lovely glow, ready for these pieces. So let's take a look. So the first piece I wanted to start off with is the eyeshadow. This is in 120 FUYUSOUBI, which is part of the limited edition collection. You have the box, and if you look at the colors, these are the colors. We have this gorgeous sort of brown shade here, and we have an orangey shade, a highlighter shade, and then down below a more sort of rose inspired shade, fuchsia pink. It is a gorgeous palette. So these are the colors. Let's do some swatching. So I'm going to take the highlighter shade and then move down and across until we hit the brown shade. So let's see how this looks. Okay, so let's start off with this highlighter shade. Then let's move on to the orange shade. Then let's move on to this fuchsia pink color here. And then finally, let's move on to this brown colour here. Gorgeous. So here are the shades. So let's try these on now. So I've just gone away, I've added some brow, some mascara and some liner, and I'm now going to show you the pure colour blush in 136, and this is called YUKIGOMORI, and this one is a little bit different to the one I reviewed in the previous video because it's a little bit lighter, and this is it. So you can see that this one is more on the sort of more lighter orange side, and then you've got, I suppose it's like a peachy orange, and then on this side you've got the lighter highlighter shade. So let's take a look at how this looks. Okay, so let's do a swatch of this side first. And then let's do a swatch of the more highlighter side. Right, so let's see how this blush looks. So this is the blush, and it's really, really lovely. It's quite subtle, but it has that peachy colour, which is really complementary to this eyeshadow quad actually. The highlighter really is sort of complementary as well to the look. It's not too pale on my skin, which I thought it might be because it's quite light in the pan, but this is how it looks. So what I thought I'd do is start off with the most interesting product of the launch, and this is the Suqqu Matte Colour Lip Balm. When I looked at it in store, it was a really interesting shade. It's really sort of natural looking, but I think that it's going to feel like a balm on my lips. So I'm really excited to see how this is. So we're going to try this first before we go into the colours, but this one is the lip balm, which has this new sort of formula. So this is the lip balm, and you can see that the colour is very, very natural. So let's quickly do a hand swatch. So let's see how this looks. So my first impressions are, it definitely feels like a lip balm rather than a lipstick because my lips feel very moisturised. I can feel that hyaluronic acid, I can feel the jojoba oils and the squalane. It's making my lips feel amazing, and I can imagine wearing this if I were to go for a walk in the park during sort of the winter, that sort of thing where my lips are going to be getting all the elements. This is going to really protect my lips and make my lips feel very moisturised. This is lovely. I'm not quite sure why this is limited edition, because I think as a balm you want to have this to hand ideally all year round, so I hope they make this permanent. This is 101 and it's a Suqqu colour lip balm, but I do love the colour on my lips. It's a very sort of my lips but better sort of situation, and it's giving me really lovely moisture. So I've left some of that balmy sort of feeling on. I've taken it off a little bit because we're going to move on to one of the Suqqu Moisture Rich Lipsticks, and this one is in 124 HANABIE. And when I saw this, I thought this would go really well with this look because it's a lot more corally, I suppose, but not too corally that it's going into summer. It's still a really nice coral shade. So this is the colour, and isn't that pretty? So let's do a hand swatch. And let's take a look at this colour. So this is the colour. It's definitely a very natural colour, one that I could imagine wearing every day. It's really, really pretty. Now move on to the final lipstick. This is 125 and it's in the colour SEKIRYOU. and let's take a look at the colour. So again, it is in the same formula as we've just done. So this is the Suqqu Moisture Rich Lipstick. Isn't it a pretty colour there? So let's do the hand swatch. It's got this sort of browny colour there. Okay, so let's see how this one looks now. It's lovely. This one reminds me of like winter, just because of the way that the colour is, but I do really like this. I think I prefer this colour over the previous one for my complexion, but I like the fact that I can use the previous one for more daytime looks. So now let's move on to the eyes, and this is one of the Tone Touch eyes, and this is in 110 and it's called FUYURANMAN. So they recommended you can wear it on top of the colour that you have, so I thought we could do that as well. It's almost like a rose gold colour. It's very, very pretty. So let's quickly do a hand swatch. So let's put this on now. So I've just added that colour, and I think it's definitely kind of lifted the look. It's really, really good for if you're going out in the evening and you want to amp up the normal eyeshadow that you have. You can place that directly on top of the eyeshadow and just create this lovely sort of evening type look. What I'm going to do is show you this without the eyeshadow underneath, and then I'm going to show you the other colour, which is leaning more towards the green side, which would look really good on the eyeshadow quad that I did in my previous video. To have that on top, I think will look really lovely. So I have just put it on a sort of bare eyelid, and you can see that it is more like a wash of kind of glitter, light glitter. It's not as intense as putting it on top of an eyeshadow like we did earlier. However, it does give a beautiful finish. Okay, so we move on to the final Tone Touch eyes, and this is in 111 HYOUTENKA. This one is in that green colour that I spoke to you about, and I think this would look lovely with the other eyeshadow quad on top of the collection. So I think that's probably what they were thinking about when they did this one. So let's do a hand swatch of this. So what I thought I'd do, because when I swatched it, it looked quite light, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go and put on the other quad that I did the review on. So I'll leave the link up above. And I just did a little bit of a quick wash on my eyes of the green so that you could see what this pastel shade looks like on top of the green quad, in case you were thinking about getting it in that combination. So you can see that it just boosts the eye look and just gives it that little bit something extra. So I just wanted to add this clip in of the new powder, which is the 101 Ice Purple Oil Rich Glow Loose Powder. That's part of this collection, as well as the Suqqu Gel Eyeliner Pencil in 04 Light Brown. I wanted to quickly show you these products. At first I wasn't 100% sure on the powder, but actually I felt like I could make the powder work for my skin tone. There are colour correcting elements in this powder, and also I wanted to brighten up my face with the powder. So let's see how this looks. And I know that some of my followers are curious as to how this will look on, say, a medium or darker skin tone. So let's have a closer look at the powder. As well as that, I'm going to quickly put on the Suqqu Gel Eyeliner Pencil. I was recommended this because the pencil is meant to be amazing. When I swatched it, it looked really, really nice. So this is what the pencil looks like. You turn it and I'll show you how the pencil is. You can see that it's a really nice tip. That's really nice. It's interesting that this doesn't get as much sort of publicity compared to some of the other products they do, but actually it's a really, really good product. I'll just do a hand swatch for you of the pencil. And even though it's described as a light brown, can you see that actually it's more of a sort of medium to darker brown? And it just looks really lovely against this quad that I've used from their new collection. And you can see how it's added some depth to my eye. So now let's look at the powder together. So this is how the powder comes, and this is what it looks like inside. So you can see that it's described as an ice purple, and this very much reminds me of the Dior powder, which is very similar to this. It's kind of got like a purple look to it, and I think it's going to look really nice on sallow skin, or if you need to brighten up your face. So I'm quite intrigued to see how this is going to look on me. I did do a sneaky peek at the store before I purchased it. I wanted to make sure, and it did look nice. So let's see how this looks. The packaging is exactly the same as the normal powder, I believe. So this is the top, and then you've got the powder here. As you open it up, this is the powder puff that you get inside, and then you've got the separator, which I will peel off now. So I just wanted to show you a little bit more about what the powder looks like. Apparently there are little bits of particles of light in there, so a little bit of glitter, but this is what it looks like. And I'm just going to take my finger, I'm just going to pat the excess, and let's just do a hand swatch. So you can see that the powder is really finely milled. I'm just going to put that on my hand for you and just rub that in. So that's on my hand, and if you look closely, I mean, obviously it's a little bit lighter than my skin tone. I thought it was going to look really purple. It's given a sort of lightening effect to my skin. What I really want is to achieve a sort of brightening effect. So what I'm going to do is take the powder puff and just go into the powder like so. And you can see that the powder has come up just on the puff. I mean, you don't need too much really, just like that. So I'm just going to put it on the areas where I would normally powder, which is probably like my T-zone. I'm just going to do like a kind of pressing motion. I currently have the Suqqu powder, which is their loose powder in the kind of glow formulation, the same glow formulation in the sort of transparent colour, and I love that one. And as you can see, I'm just tapping it in to the areas where I feel like I need a bit of sort of powdering just to keep everything in place. Now I have tried to get as much light into the room as possible because I think it's important that you see how it looks in natural light. So I'm looking at myself in the Suqqu mirror and I am really, really impressed. I've put on like literally like a tad at the top. I didn't go crazy because less is more with this product, because it's finely milled and because it does have that purple tint to it. You don't want to go crazy, especially if you've got like medium or darker skin tone, because I think it could look quite ashy and quite light. But what I've done is I've patted it into the areas where I generally tend to get a little bit more oily, and that happens throughout the day, and just to kind of keep the makeup in place. And I think what it's done is it's almost sort of brightened my face, and I really love what that's done to my makeup. It's actually really, really nice. What I'm going to do as well is I'll take a photograph as well, and I'll put this on my Instagram so you can see what it looks like with the powder on. But my first impressions is that it's not as scary as I thought it was going to be, and also it does create a lovely effect. I think it's to do with the glow that's in the powder, but also I think it's got to do with the fact that I'm using it sparingly, and I am kind of just sort of lightening areas of my face that I feel like sort of needs that lighter side. And I think if you do use makeup a lot, the area that you tend to kind of want more brightening is in the sort of middle or center of your face rather than the outside, because I tend to put bronzer or powder around the outside, whereas the center I tend to like to have light, because it's that sort of effect of having lightness in the center and then darkness around the outside, so that there's that image of your sort of face coming forward, and it's very complementary. So for me, This powder is really, really lovely. Okay, so that is the rest of the collection. I am really enjoying all of these colours. I think that Suqqu have always had a great eye for concept and a great way of putting colours together and making them work. I've really enjoyed both palettes. In fact, although I really love the first palette initially, since I've seen the second one, which is the one I did the review on today, I love that one too. I think they're very different in terms of the looks. I love the way you can boost the looks with these tone touch eyes and just take it to another level. So, you know, you could have the eyeshadow, do all of that, and then take one of these with you and then top it up when you're out, so that you've got something to just give a little bit something to your eyes. I like that. In terms of the lips, this is probably my favourite lip alongside the balm, because the balm has that kind of my lips but better look, but also gives you that moisturising, hyaluronic, squalane, jojoba oil feeling. This one feels lovely as well. It's the moisture lipstick, so there is a lot of moisture in this lipstick anyway. I think the lighter shade is probably better for every day. This one is more kind of evening, so I do like the sort of choices that they've bought for this collection. Overall, I love this collection. I am a massive Suqqu fan, as you know. I don't think there's a dud in here at all. Please let me know what you've picked up. This collection was launched globally, so Liberty, Harrods and Selfridges all got it at the same time and launched it at the same time. So therefore, I haven't had a chance to do a preview of this for you. However, I hope that this is going to sort of give you an idea, if you haven't picked up anything yet, that you might go back and pick something else up if you didn't pick it up on launch day. But these are my thoughts. I hope you've enjoyed it. I forgot to mention the blush. I love the blush. In fact, I kind of love the fact that it's a everyday kind of colour, and the highlight works so beautifully. And because I've recently changed my hair colour, I think that these sort of colours really suit me. It just works really well. So I am really, really happy with the blush as well. So please let me know what you've picked up. I'd love to know. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you.